If unwanted thoughts are taking over, don't wait to get help. Visit nocd.com to book a free call with their team.
If you want to get our shows ad-free and our exclusive shows, go to patreon.com/kindafunny.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Kinda Funny reaction here on the Kinda Funny screencast feed. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside producer/seducer Nick Scarpino.
How are you, Greg?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Looking forward to this.
Me too. It's 3:48
Yes.
in the afternoon. I'm extremely tired from carrying this fucking company on my
you
shoulders all day long, but I am more angry that I haven't been able to watch the Supergirl trailer until now. Of course, you all know that I'm a big, huge nerd who loves DC Comics, but especially, of course, the House of L. You know how much I love Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow by Tom King. You know how excited I am for this here Supergirl film that is almost upon us. You might have seen my last reaction when they put out a teaser trailer and I talked for 44 minutes and 37 seconds about it. I don't expect to go that long this time. Because I was just locked, loaded, and ready last time, and that's where I got all of the creme, and I was telling you about everything, and the way Ruthie, and I feel like you could go watch that again. Now I hope I can just enjoy this, and hopefully there's some spectacle. Because surprisingly, this one hasn't been ruined for me. Have you seen this?
I saw the first maybe 5 seconds.
See,
of
I've
it.
seen.
I follow Jim Lee on Instagram, and he
nothing.
posted
I
it.
saw one screenshot, I think, of Lobo driving through like an explosion.
Yeah.
And then I've seen the cover, the movie poster of her like in like superhero pose.
Yeah.
In the suit. So I'm ready to jump in.
Me too.
Ready to jump in?
Yeah, let's jump
Remember,
in.
of course, everybody, this is one of our many reactions, and we couldn't do it without you, our fabulous supporters. Pick up a Kinda Funny membership, patreon.com/kindafunny, youtube.com/kindafunnygames, Apple, Spotify. Get everything we do ad-free. Get your daily dose of me, Greg Miller, in a series we call Greg Way. And, of course, get good karma for supporting an 11-person, 11-year-old small business. Thank you to our Patreon producers, Carl Jacobs, Omega Buster, and Delaney, the Psalm Twining. For now, let's watch the official first trailer. Which, whatever. The teaser was a trailer, but
it was so long.
Let's see the Supergirl official trailer.
Hey, I was just touching base to see when you think you might
That's
be
Superman.
coming back.
I'll pause it already.
I'm just worried that you're not going to find your stride here if you keep going off-world.
Nah, I got to stop you. Sorry, Raj. Go to the... Yeah, we were still picture-in-picture. I can't start that way. I can't listen to Superman.
I was just touching base to see when you think you might be coming back. I'm just worried that you're not going to find your stride here if you keep going off-world all the time, Kara. I'm worried you're not going to find your people.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, Clark. I have no people. Home is wherever you are, buddy. Crypto and I at least had each other. Honestly, I thought we were lucky. That luck, almost by definition, runs out. What can I do?
The brigands carry the antidote on that person. He has 3 days.
You cannot give up on me.
It's the crime of the Yellow Hills. Who murdered my innocent family.
Just do what I say. And don't die. This does not look like this is gonna end well. For you guys.
Stop. You're hurting my head.
Fuck yeah.
Revenge. It won't take your pain away.
Your eyes are beautiful when you cry. A lot of pain. Lot of suffering.
There's no home without you, buddy.
Jesus. Hot.
Aren't you the ditz from that dive bar?
Funny. That's what I've been calling you.
Touche.
God bless Jason Momoa.
God bless him.
You know what I mean? God bless Jason
him.
Momoa. Getting another bite of the DC apple and the role he was born to play.
I mean, this looks great.
This looks fantastic.
This is a much, well, the other trailer was good too, but I think this trailer is way better.
I agree with that 100%. I think the last trailer did a great job of tone setting and giving a nerd like me who wanted to give you a 44-minute reaction and tell you all about how Argo City actually died and how that did, and like showing how true they were to the tone and the key points that mattered in the amazing comic Supergirl,
Yes.
Woman of Tomorrow that you should all read. Of course, they had so many direct lines in that last trailer that were like, the gods weren't that kind. You think Krypton died in a day or we died in a day, gods weren't that kind. Like, to have all that and then come out here now and show you like, cool, here's what we're doing with all that. I love everything we just saw.
Me as well, and having had the fortune now of reading the actual
you went and
book.
read it, did you not, Nicholas?
I did. This hits really hard. This is going to be very, very, very good. It looks like they're staying faithful to all the most important parts of the book.
Yeah.
Minus the Lobo connection, which we'll get into in a second.
We will. But before then, let's remind you, of course, we couldn't do this without your support. Pick up a membership, Patreon, YouTube, Spotify, Apple. I already told you all about it. I want to watch the trailer again and then go frame by frame. But before we do that, we of course need to pay some bills. So here's a word from our sponsor. You finally sit down to game. Just you, your controller, and zero responsibilities. When your brain decides that's the perfect time to say, what if I'm secretly a terrible person and everyone can see it but me? And suddenly, relaxing and enjoying yourself is impossible. Instead, your brain grabs onto that thought and will not let it go. Here's the thing. That kind of relentless thought spiral isn't just anxiety. It could also be OCD, a condition that's way too misunderstood and way more common than most people realize. But it doesn't have to be that way. OCD needs ERP, or exposure and response prevention, which is proven to be the most effective treatment, and that's where NoCD comes in. NoCD is the world's leading provider of OCD treatment, and it's covered by insurance for over 138 million Americans. All of their licensed therapists specialize in ERP therapy and will help you learn to take the power away from the intrusive thoughts in live, face-to-face virtual sessions. If unwanted thoughts are taking over, don't wait to get help. Visit nocd.com and book a free call with their team. That's nocd.com. Krypton did not die in a day. The gods are not that kind. Nick, just, humor me as I continue this amazing run. I've had to watch all these freaking Fast and the Furious movies for Tim all these years. I'm getting Superman. I'm getting Supergirl. I'm getting Superman again. Like, I'm living a good life. Can I watch this trailer one more time, everybody? Please, please, please.
Hey, I was just touching base to see when you think you might be coming back.
I love her shit.
I'm just worried that you're not going to find your stride here if you keep going off-world all the time, Kara. I'm worried you're not going to find your people.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, Clark. I have no people.
Filthy dog.
Home is wherever you are, buddy.
What a great pick for a song, too.
I mean, I love it.
Crypto and I at least had each other. Honestly, I thought we were lucky. But luck, almost by definition, runs out. What can I do?
The Brickens carry the antidote on that person. He has 3 days.
You cannot give up on me.
It's the crime of the Yellow Hills. He murdered my innocent family.
Just do what I say. And don't die. This does not look like this is gonna end well for you guys.
Stop. You're hurting my head.
Revenge. It won't take your pain away.
Your eyes are beautiful when you cry. A lot of pain, huh? A lot of suffering.
There is no home without you, buddy.
Aren't you the ditz from that dive bar?
Funny. That's what I've been calling you.
Touche.
It's good.
I mean, you can't help but
Really,
smile.
really
You
good.
can't help but
More
smile.
than anything, I love that they're making the symbol mean something. And what I mean by that is at the end of Superman, when, after we play his parents' stuff and we go to credits and we get it there, I remember that was like such a moment for me as an adult. And I've talked about it before of like on my third or fourth time seeing it, I forget, being in IMAX and people applauding, the symbol being there. And me being like, whoa, like people care about Superman, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the way the music then and builds to it filling in around there. I love it. I mean, we're gonna frame by frame it and whatever. Interesting things that I jump off the page from me in this one that are different, that are twofold. Number one, Ruthie saying, that's Crime of the Yellow Hills. He killed my he's whatever, coward and killed my family.
Right.
I think that's super interesting, right? Because in the book, it's just your dad.
Yeah.
Her dad gets killed in a stupid dispute out in the field or whatever. And her brothers are very much like bolstering and arguing about what they do to him, even though she knows they'd never do anything. And that's why she sets off on her mission.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting. It sounds like he killed everyone here. Then, sorry, I had a fig bar right before this.
Yeah, that's the kiss of death.
They're good, but then they get in the back
You
of the
just
throat,
coat your throat.
coat my throat with figs. Then her on the bed with baby Crypto. I think that's a fucking interesting one too, because first off,
even right there, right? So to go back to
Right
the point,
there, yeah, that was
we're
what-
seeing
yeah.
the dad die, the fire burning around the house.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is not
Seems
how
like the whole house got
that's
killed,
the whole
right.
thing.
Kara, though, on the bed, feathers everywhere. You assume Crypto's just torn up a pillow or whatever. Her listening to the headphones. My inference there is that we're in Smallville. I assume she has landed on Earth, and Clark has deposited her at the Kents to try to have her have the same upbringing. But of course, her tragic backstory is going to stop her. I'm going to love to see that fleshed out. That wasn't in the book, obviously. Seeing Kara there dealing with that. I stand by the fact that I think I nailed the pacing of this movie. And again, I'm not smart by any stretch of the imagination. People better at movies than me, but I feel like I did something here, right? Of this is the only time we see her in this suit. This is the end of the film. This is her finally being Supergirl and realizing she has to, be truth and justice and a better tomorrow as she saves Ruthie here. I think this is all in the same climax scene, and that's the only thing we'll get of her in that suit. Maybe with the occasional flashback or photo or something.
Sure.
But in terms of what we're actually getting action-wise, this is what I think is in the Kent's house there. Because again, very Earth, not Krypton or Argo City for that matter. But stoked for this, Nick. Like, again, this is good. And I think also, you know what I think I like more about this is that the action looks good. That was one of the things we talked about in the teaser, right? Of like getting punched through the wall of the bar, which is right before this. That was when we were like, oh, we don't know how that we feel about that. We don't know how that looks. This all looks good.
This all looks fantastic, yeah. We're seeing Lobo here as well. I'm very excited for that connection because originally I think we had theorized that he was going to be sort of like a hitman hired by the Brigands to sort of take care of her, but it looks like they're teaming up. It looks like they're having fun, and there's at least a witty banter back and forth that, to me, it works. I think some of the humor in the first one, we see that scene still here with the lasers there. I'm like, I didn't love her delivery of that.
Yeah.
But in the subsequent moments where we're seeing Jason Momoa and her have back and forth, that gives me a lot of hope because I'm really looking forward to that. I will also say that one of the things that I don't think I clocked until reading the book itself is really the difference between these two Supergirls. Like in the book, we have an established person She reads older. She reads way more sort of mature, and she reads way more as like a dare I say, a mentor in disguise to Ruthie. In this, she feels like she is a lost young adult. I'll say, not teen specifically, and I think that's going to go a long way for the story. I think that's going to put her in much more of a vulnerable place because there are a lot of moments in the book, no spoilers, where she's just Supergirl and people know that and they go, oh, and that helps a lot. And I don't know if they're going to lean too far into this.
I think you'll still get some of that. I mean, I don't think you're wrong. I do think in the Woman of Tomorrow book, right? It's the same tragic backstory to it, but the drinking and partying really seems like she was trying to keep it to the birthday.
Yeah.
Whereas this Supergirl, Millie Alcock's version, right, does seem way more tortured soul. I have a problem.
I think that's a great, that's sort of a perfect a point for that, is that it feels like someone who is otherwise in control and has it figured out and gets it, just having a one moment of like, I just need to go to a dark place for a second.
Yeah.
Whereas Millie Alcock's character, I think, feels like she's always in the dark place.
Yeah.
Which I think is good. I think it's a much more compelling place to find our character that we've already sort of been introduced to a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. And I think, it's really expanding on the themes of the comic, right? Because as you get the flashbacks here to Argo City and bearing her mom and so on and so forth, like, I feel like that's well established for why she would be there. Again, in the book, the cursing and like, I don't want to do this and I couldn't do, like, there's more of that versus her really seeming like she's on the outs with who she is. She's adrift right here.
Yeah.
And so, bringing Lobo into that picture will be nice too. As I brought up before, one of the original pitches from Tom King for his book here, Woman of Tomorrow, did involve it being a buddy cop between Supergirl and Lobo. So getting to explore that in the picture here should be fun.
Well, I think they're definitely going to do that.
And again, like, one of the things we talked about when we got dropped in with the teaser was the fact that we're doing a much more modern / futuristic version of Krem and the folks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before it was that Ruthie and Krem really were from a backwater bow and arrow, a planet out of time. They hadn't even seen a spaceship like Supergirl's before. So now we are, though, here, and it looks much more like a techno future gang kind of thing going on.
Yeah, which I like, and I like the actor that's playing him. Krem, you've moved away from the visual of him being sort of like an old school Errol Flynn pirate, to him being sort of like something you might see a little bit more like a Mad Max movie with the ponytail and I forget what these are called, but like the sort of ribbing that's on his face. The beating that's on his face. And again, I just love this. I love the James Gunn overall style where we are meeting that sort of like that defined technology, but with the sort of punk rock version of what she's doing here. I did not know that guy was playing Zor-El. I think that was such an interesting choice.
David Krumholtz?
Yeah, the only other thing he's been in so many different things, but I will never not think of him as the roommates from or the next door neighbors from Harold and Kumar.
I don't know.
He was in one of those. Yeah, he's been in a ton of stuff. He's a great character actor that's been in a lot of stuff. So it's cool.
Isn't he? I always think of him as wasn't he the dude in Santa Claus?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who I think of. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He's been around forever doing that.
Yeah.
But he'll always be the head elf or whatever in Santa Claus.
Yeah, that's a good pull.
But this is a good pull for him to put him in here too, into this cast.
Yeah, it's fun. I like that. It makes me look forward to seeing what he's going to bring to the role, and it's not going to be necessarily a Russell Crowe or Marlon Brando or I know that's
for sure. Yeah,
but I'm saying they're bringing a different dimension to that to that specific lineage of the family, and also just to throw this out there. I mean, this. Looking at it, you're like, okay, she's in a dark place. If they come close to the source material on this movie's gonna be dark.
I mean,
the backstory I don't think I ever fully realized, but that could be its own movie. Could be, I mean, if this were if they were to do an 8-episode arc on HBO of this instead of the actual movie that we're seeing right here, that would be the episode everyone's like, just wait till you get to that episode. Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to that, to see how they treat that material.
Yeah, of course, we talked about that. I referenced it here. You should go read it. We don't have to go into full spoilers if you want to go watch the other trailer reaction to really see what becomes of Argo City and how Supergirl's story in this world is so different than Superman's.
Clark's, yeah.
And I love, it's a little thing here, right? But again, for what they're building in the DCU, jumping off of Superman going into this, I can't tell you how nice it is to see on the little Skype call she had with Superman that it says Clark. She calls him Clark.
Yeah.
Not Kal, not Kal-El. We're not using Kryptonian stuff. Like, our Superman is Clark Kent. You know what I mean? Obviously, he's paying homage all the time to his Kryptonian heritage. Obviously, that was a whole plot point of the movie. But the fact that even to Kara, he's Clark, which again, I think speaks so well to alienating her. To go from here to the next scene, which is her saying, "I don't have a family, right? I have no one," because her entire family, everyone that she knows is gone. And Clark, of course, so lucky in so many ways to not know anyone from Krypton, where, of course, you see it right here. She knew everybody from Krypton and then also had to watch them die. And then, Crypto's all she has, which is a pretty amazing plot point. And again, I appreciate you pulling back your punches here on the spoilers for the book. I'm going to be interested to see how they handle everything with Crypto from what we're seeing in the trailer.
Yeah, that's going to be very interesting. Because
are they taking a little bit of a left turn from what we know?
I think they're going to.
Yeah.
I think they need to. Without any spoilers.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be my guess. And it will also be interesting to see sort of the space voyage aspect of it, because I feel like that's going to be very truncated as well.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow has issues of them stuck on buses or space buses,
which is great. I mean, it really is just this long story that this is a minor spoiler. I don't think they're going to necessarily get into it here, but the whole story is being retold. From Ruthie's perspective of this was a thing that happened much in the way that you would tell a tall tale of a Mad Max back in the day of this is what we remember of this person. And some of it's embellished and some of it's not embellished. You're kind of getting a little bit of her perspective in it of this amazing person that came into her life to influence her in a way. I don't think that we're going to get that.
I was going to say, I imagine you toss that out here, right?
Do.
I think for, again, Woman of Tomorrow, you're telling a Supergirl story in comics where we have thousands of Supergirl comics, right? Some amazing, what up, Peter David? Some not so great. I think for here and what you're doing in terms of this being the second DCU movie, just racking my brain because, of course, we got Creature Commandos, we got Peacemaker now, but this being the second DCU movie, I think it's a little too heady to not only do the thing with Ruthie and have her tell the story, then what that ending, no spoilers, in the book is, would be very jarring, I think, for somebody we just met and we're on this journey with her.
And I don't think it's needed. No. I think there's so much good stuff happening in this book that I don't think you need that device to sort of literally and metaphorically bookend it.
Yeah.
But I'm very excited about this, and I was stoked to begin with, but this is a solid trailer.
Yeah, this is a really
you gotta love when they take the song and redo it.
Yeah.
Just give it a little zhuzh, as they say. That's sick. Look at that logo treatment.
Feels so good.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do we get lanterns first or no?
We don't. We don't. No.
We get this first. This is
lanterns.
June, right?
April, September. I'm sorry, August, September.
August.
Thank you very much. Thank you much, Roger.
Get this first.
Now, can you go back in just 1 second? Let me not nerd out. What the very what is that last frame? Is that's just advertising? Go buy comics, or is it? Because I remember when they did Superman, they were very much like, "Hey, here are the comics that inspired it." Here they're saying, "Celebrate Supergirl and her heroic family immersed Superman and Crypto, and the hope, justice, and adventure they inspire." Why does that choke me up? Superman Day 2026. Okay, we're just advertising, of course, that's coming April 18th. Okay, good. Man, hell of a fucking trailer, Nick.
Good trailer.
Yeah. We're
living in a good. We're gonna and you know what? The Hollywood has tried, but we're not letting Jason Momoa's career die.
Never.
We're bringing him right back.
Well, if you just give him the right roles, the right pictures.
Yeah.
He's a perfect Lobo.
Oh, he's a perfect Lobo.
Even for the weird Aquaman
he's gonna be
Lobo universe, he was a good Aquaman for what they gave him.
He was. I mean, we had some moments, but I think he's got. I'm calling it right now. He's going to be Lobo for the rest of his life. They're going to Hugh Jackman him.
Yeah.
They're never going to let him.
He's going to get his
Lobo.
spin-off show here on
100%.
HBO Max, Netflix, or whatever the hell it's going to be called.
Good. I mean, he's just too. Even in these 2 scenes that we saw him in here, I'm like, he's going to steal it. That's what I want. Yeah. I want him to be so good as Lobo that he steals the show, and everyone goes, "That was the Ken in the Barbie movie, so to speak."
I like
you know
that.
what I mean?
Yeah,
in a positive way.
Wasn't Ken positive?
Yeah.
Okay. Just to make sure I didn't miss the conversation. Everybody, what did you think of the Supergirl official trailer? Let us know in the comments below. Share this video with your friends. Of course, go back and watch if you want spoilers and you want me to really delve into the comic verse, what you're seeing. And again, fucking crushed it, I'll tell you right now. Go watch our 44-minute Supergirl reaction from before. You just put Greg Miller's Supergirl into Google, it pops up, it turns out. Of course, as we get closer and closer to June's release date, June 26th, right? Or is it June 26th, like the month, the year? They just showed it several times. Thank you. Just make sure I had it right. As we get closer to that, we'll be doing more. We've already done, of course, Supergirl will enter into DCU in review, our ever-expanding list of what's going on there. But, of course, we do Superman in review. I imagine we'll be adding Supergirl. And I'm very excited for everyone to watch that. You've watched the original Supergirl, right, Nick?
Oh, yeah. We gotta make Roger watch that one too.
Why
See how
not?
far you can get through it.
My grandma had a book that recounted, like a picture book that recounted like that movie. So I know that movie very well, but I've only read the book.
I wanted so badly to love that movie because I had seen Helen Slater in The Secret to My Success first.
Okay.
And I had a huge crush on her
Yeah,
back then
yeah,
because of that. And then I think I went back and watched Supergirl. I was like, a lot going on in this movie.
A lot going on in that movie.
It does have
We'll
Alice from Die Hard in it, though. Which
It
is good.
does, yes, the
Yeah.
love interest.
Yeah, the love interest.
Everybody, that's another episode of us reacting to stuff in the books. Thank you so much. Like, subscribe, share, pick up a membership, and until next time, it's been our pleasure to serve you.